gummies.
You have what? A lot of gummies? Did you see him go and you ready to go?
Why did you our day when you took pictures to me?
What do you think?
What I got.
You know, my dad's an artist. He did the that painting of Puerto Rico that sits in my living room or my dining room. Look at some of this work. So I think anytime you go to a place from your childhood, you run the risk of getting a little nostalgic. That studio that I showed you of my dad's, that was my bedroom growing up. My dad was an entrepreneur before I was born. He started his business, I think a couple years, like a good many years before I was born. I think that growing up with a dad who owned a business had way more of an effect on me than I realized it did at the time. I'm not sure if I was born with entrepreneurship in my blood or if I just kind of soaked it up as I lived for those first couple years or whatever it was, but there's just no doubt about the fact that my dad owning a business had a major effect on me. So he just recently started painting and like seriously pursuing painting, but I've always loved his artistry. I'll never forget watching him sketch up like this beautiful masterpiece after he had gone and looked at a prospective client's yard and kind of like envisioned what it was gonna be, and then he'd take that to them and show them like, this is all we can do. So I thought about being a lot of different things as a kid, tried on some different ideas, even went to some very obscure places. But in the end, the thing that I stuck with as a kid was being an inventor. I started tinkering with stuff, and I really liked being able to put something together and create something new out of something else. I thought that was really cool. So that's kind of stuck with me my whole life. I've talked about that a little bit in the one video I did on my why. And my dad has really always fanned that creative spark inside of me. Always encouraged me to pursue the most creative parts of who I am. And I often think about really how blessed I am to have parents who breathe life into that, as opposed to try to direct me in a way that was potentially more safe or more lucrative or more whatever. That's just something that not everybody has, and I totally get that. I always say that parents either teach you what to do or they teach you what not to do. But either way, there's something to learn. And the reality is, every parent, including myself, we've all got a little bit of both of that inside of us. So I'm not always right. My dad was not always right. Amber's not always right. My mom wasn't always right. No parent is always right. So no parent is going to teach you exactly what to do. There's going to be some teaching what not to do. So when you're looking back at your childhood and you're thinking about some of the negative stuff, some of the positive stuff, the negative stuff, that's not the stuff that defines you. Take that stuff, process through it, learn from it, deal with it, and now decide who you're going to be and what steps you're going to take moving forward. And that positive stuff, just kind of breathe that stuff in and let that stuff be your fuel for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Scratch that, I still have a meeting to go to. There's still more to do right now today. I'm late for this meeting, but I have like 0 gas left. So I'm gonna have to stop and get gas even though I'm late for this meeting. I couldn't do it. The light wouldn't turn green, and I'm like, I'm already late. I just gotta go. So I might run out of gas. I just gotta do it. right, I made it to the meeting without running out of gas, so that adventure will happen after the meeting if that adventure is gonna happen. So I feel like that's a win. Am I right? Yeah, so what questions? Anybody have any questions? Success. Super pumped about this project. All right, now let's go back home. Oh wait, gotta see if I make it home and see if I make it. There's a gas station right down the street that should probably be open. I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna get some gas. It's all gonna be good. I'm Cody Wanner. Entrepreneurship, motivation, inspiration, getting it done. Please subscribe. Thank you. Where is it at? It's normally down. But if I'm looking at the screen, left hand, it's gonna be over there. It's gonna be right down here. Subscribe. It's not over there, is it? It's down here. Subscribe over here then.